There we go.
There we go.
All right, and away we go. Are we on? Let's see. It's not showing. There we go. Here we go. It's kicking on. YouTube's coming in. YouTube is coming in. Welcome back, everybody, to Total Nonstop Impact. Impact Talk for Impact fans, featured right here on the Impact Lounge. This is Trent, along with my co-host, Jaybone. Jaybone, say hello to the people.
Viva la raza! No. It's a Conan from the 519, bitches!
It's Conan. It is Conan. But we're also not just joined by Conan today. Conan Bone. Co-Bone. We're also joined by the infamous, the one we've heard many things about, stories upon stories, backstage ridiculousness, things about moose, things about walking weapons. I don't know what else is going on. This is it, everybody. The wrestling nurse, Nurse Nicole, is in the house. Say hello to the people, Nurse Nicole.
Hi, people.
And you know what? This is ridiculous, Jay. I can't believe you two are in costume. And you know, I'm not going to be the only idiot here without a costume on.
Queen of Hearts. Let's see.
Queen of Hearts. Well, I'm not going to be the only guy without a costume, guys. I'm not. That's not going to happen here. So here we go.
Nice.
You're not upstaging me, Jaybone. Let's see. Any of you listeners know what this mask is? Let's see how many old school Impact fans we got in here. Anybody know? Does anybody have any idea? But I'm not going to be the only one without a costume today. I won't leave this on the whole time. But anybody? Let's see the chat. Anybody? Comments? Anybody?
Oh, they got it. DCC.
DCC. Richard Carledge first for the DCC reference. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this thing is not staying on. This is not going to work today. Oh my God, this is a disaster.
Oh, boy, you're a
oh
mess.
Lord, my headphones, everything's a mess. The DCC ruined me, guys. All right, well, what's going on, everybody? Kyle the scumbag is on his way. He's being a typical scumbag. He's not here on time. I can't blame him too much, guys. I was not on time.
I gotta take this off. I can't breathe.
You can't breathe. Do you need help?
I can't breathe.
We have a nurse in the house. There's a nurse here. Do you need help breathing? You're not giving him mouth to mouth. That is not happening.
Oh, otherwise.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Ladies and gentlemen, I agree.
Let me give you CPR in the neck, but we'll get there when that segment comes.
The DCC did end too soon, Lakers. All right. Well, this thing is choking me. It is stuck around my microphone. I don't know what to do with this, guys. Anyway, Scumbag's on his way. He's not here yet. He will be here momentarily. Like a scumbag, he's late. But while we're waiting, let's introduce Nurse Nicole to everybody. For those who don't know you, Hakeem Fullerton's very excited that you're here. You can just play that comment. For those who don't know you, Nicole, you want to tell the people who you are, a little background about yourself, how you got into this, how you ended up here. Let's hear a little bit. Let's give us a few minutes here.
So someone sent me this little video of a dark room, people chanting, two guys fighting in the ring, and I said, I have to be there. So I went, and I was hooked. And then all of a sudden, word got around that I was the nurse, and they said, "Hey, come here." Someone got who was that? Keith Lee got hit in the head with a chair by Sami Callihan. You remember that? The AEW show? Yep, that was my first.
Keith Lee.
She helped Keith Lee first.
One of the biggest heads in the biz.
Actually, that was technically my first. My first was when Homicide and when they got in that big argument and he hurt his hand, and I went back there unofficially and I said, "Hey, I'm a nurse. You need help?" And he's like, "Oh no," and I helped him. But that was unofficial. But my first official, when I was asked officially back, was Keith Lee.
Keith Lee. There's a question here from Hakeem Fullerton. He wants to know, Nurse, how did we meet? You want to? Should I take this one? Look at that.
No. I'm. You know he will go on forever if you let him tell the story.
Oh boy!
Come on.
Go
keep it short and sweet.
I was a fan of AEW, and I wanted to know so much about it, everything I could. I got on Twitter. I said, I was trying to learn all I could about it in a short amount of time, and I saw these two guys chatting, or two somethings chatting. Didn't know. something.
One sexy guy and some other
okay.
Mark, some goddamn Mark.
And they were talking about, oh, next show, let's get together afterwards. It's your birthday. And I'm like, hey, where's my invite? You know, just inviting myself. And then next thing I know, someone's sliding into my DMs.
That's right.
And like,
baby.
oh, let me tell you all about wrestling and AEW, and let me give you advice. Yeah.
I slid right in those DMs. So I want to tell all the listeners here, gentlemen.
Oh, wait.
Whoa, there's more?
Ahead.
I want to say, guys, don't hesitate to slide into some girl's DM. You see a hot girl on Twitter?
No.
Slide right in those DMs, because you too could have her on your podcast just a couple of years later. It could happen. It could happen. I think she hates me right now, though.
No.
But
oh, wait, maybe. So it was the first show when I said, hey, let's give a hug, you know, and then I went and his hair smelled really good.
Hey, see that, boys? Huh? Listeners, loungers, it works. It works. Slide in those DMs. Shoot your shots. Get into those DMs. But no, guys, she has been a great nurse for AAW. She has helped a lot of people, including fans. There's been fans who have passed out. There's been fans who've had incidents, wrestlers who have needed her help. We'll get into that later on. A lot of more Impact now. She helped out at Impact as well now, so she has branched out to other promotions. She has helped a lot of people, and people really respect what she does. So much so that Bound for Glory 2018 in New York City, we walked right in, didn't even have to show our tickets. They're like, "Who are you two?" And she's like, "I'm Moose's nurse." And they're like, "Right this way."
I did. But
and they let us right to the locker room.
That is a great story.
And they're like, "Who are you?" And I'm like, "I guess I'm with the nurse." So that was it. But she's actually on the documentary, Jay. Did I tell you that? She's on the Bound for Glory documentary that they put out. It's on Impact Plus, anybody. So it's on there. She's in the background, you know, with Moose. Of course, naturally.
Wow.
The not important parts.
No, well, she's in there. So,
but I do have to say, I hope the reason they trust me is because I'm different than I just really I give back because I really appreciate what they do from just a physical standpoint and the passion they give. And I could tell these guys don't get taken care of, and women, they don't get taken care of. So I'm like, he's like, oh, I could do it. I can let me wash the blood off your face. Let me do it. So that it's out of my love and appreciation for them. And that's
very
why
nice.
Nice.
I'm going to answer a few questions in the chat, Jay. If you just give me a second here.
I got to feature this one.
Yeah, go ahead and feature him.
Paul Nelson.
Yeah, that's right. Paul Nelson, that's right. Shoot your shot, baby. Keep them displayed.
With the DMs, Big T.
Keep them displayed. Whoops, he wants to know. What? Oh, no. C. O'Connor. Go ahead and display his comment right there.
Oh.
So go ahead. Yeah. Any of you ever been to heaven? That's about what I can compare it to. Let's see here. What else? Lakers. Look at this nice thing Lakers said. Let's put that out there. Look at that.
Is this all about you?
Yeah, well, this is about you. Let's put that out there.
He's got comments all over the place.
Well, there's a nice one. There it is. There it is. She actually likes wrestling. Very hard to come by.
Oh, thank you.
She's a keeper. I piss her off a lot, but she's a keeper. I'll keep her as long as she keeps me. No, she's great, guys. Like I said, she helps a lot of them out. They trust her. That's the big thing. They trust her. So it's awesome. So thank you guys for all those nice words. We appreciate that.
MIPA is a real thing.
What is that?
I might have just created it. Were you not on Twitter? Come on, guys. Help them out. What's MIPA?
I don't know what MIPA is. Guys, help me out.
Come on.
I missed it.
We had a lot of notifications today, Nurse.
I had like 9,000. My phone was constantly.
Anybody know? I was. They were. Moose was asked or encouraged to call in and give more details about my massages, and I said no. A nurse doesn't tell.
Oh,
and
geez.
Like HIPAA.
Oh, like HIPAA.
But MIPA. Moose.
Oh,
wait a minute.
Jaybone.
Mrs. Jaybone's in the chat.
Jaybone don't have a chance for gray hair. Thank you, Mrs. Jaybone.
Mrs. Jaybone with a nice burn.
You have a nice voice. So
Jaybone's got a great voice.
Yeah.
Jaybone doesn't need hair. He's got a great voice. And
It's,
Mrs. Jaybone knows all about that.
What do they jokingly call me? The white Barry White?
The white Barry White.
I am
The double white. I want to answer a quick question by Kane, and here he's asking. He wants to jump into the chat.
I'm going to slide into my wife's DMs.
That's smooth. That's smooth. Kane wants how he can slide into this conversation. But Kane, it's just going to be us today. We're going to start getting fans in here every week, different times. So definitely stay in touch with us. We'll get you in here for sure. We got a bunch of people want to get in here. So we're at one more question for the nurse. Colby Cooper, nurse, wants to know, what wrestlers have you met before? That's a lot. That's a long list.
By helping or before, because I'm friendly and I just like to meet and engage people, whether they're like big stars or not. That doesn't mean anything to me. So I've met them before. The first wrestler that I took a picture with was Colt Cabana. I had him. I had him tie his little headband around my wrist, and
Colt Cabana, huh?
Yeah, that was the first person I took a picture with.
Colt Cabana, huh?
He's about as Chicago as it gets.
That's true. That's true. Critical Spring, I will have trivia for you when you join. All right. We're waiting for the scumbag. He said a minute. It's been like 11. But let's do some prelim talk before we get into the review, guys. This was Impact Wrestling on October 29th, 2019. The debut episode on AXS TV. This was kickoff show. Huge show for Impact, their own network. New beginning, whole new breath. Not to mention, everybody, I want to talk about this before we jump in.
Season premiere, if you will.
Season premiere. Yeah, basically. Impact Wrestling. It was really nice, everybody, to see it trending on Twitter again after a long time. Trending more than the World Series on Tuesday night. How cool was that?
Yes.
Higher than the World Series.
And then the World Series came back with a vengeance and killed both NXT and AEW. They said, you know what? Screw you. We got over 21 million viewers, and it completely buried professional wrestling. So Impact got it in early. So they were lucky.
It was nice because Impact had a lot of buzz, so people were engaged. It was an engaged conversation online, engagement on TV, Twitch. I love the simulcast, Twitch and Access. I don't have Access, so I was watching on Twitch. So I like that. I like that there was an option to do that. It's always fun to have that option to be. The simulcast is a huge bonus for me. So I like that a lot. Guys, the nurse's outfit is very distracting, by the way. I don't know about you guys in the chat. I'm very distracted by the nurse's outfit. You better raise that camera, woman. This is a family show.
Oh, okay. I'm Queen of Hearts. I needed an outfit.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. So
Nikki's adorable. Leave her alone.
All right. So basically, this was a nice reset for the company. I gotta say, Jay, did you watch live, or did you watch it on a replay or anything? I watched it live. It was very awesome. I was watching
it live, and I was also watching a replay of it right before we went live. The only thing I didn't get to the second time around was the main event, but yeah, great to have Josh Matthews and Don Callis in the ring, full of charisma, full of excitement, kicking it off. The crowd sounded good. That is a great place for Impact fans.
I love Windsor. Windsor's a great club.
Can we start by that intro before they even started talking?
Oh, are you talking about the music intro?
On the backs of legends, like, come on, that drew me just as a fairly new wrestling fan. That intro was on.
Fantastic.
I had chills.
It was, it was giving props to who came before them, and that's a dose of respect right there. And
most likely that was produced by Eric Tompkins, a new VP of production, who took over for Kevin Sullivan. So I'm guessing him and his team did that new one, but it was really, really good. It was very, very cool. I enjoyed that a lot because I like that it was on the backs of the legends. It incorporated both really nicely, which was really fun.
Yeah,
that was cool.
What's that?
Is that him knocking to come in?
Oh no!
Oh yeah, here we go.
All right.
Shit. Oh shit.
Whoa.
He's here.
You guys win.
So
Here he is.
I hope
Ladies and
that you all enjoyed the Total Nonstop Impact pre-show. And now I'm here. Now everything can kick off. Now the podcast can start. Hello, everybody.
Scumbag, the show started. If you catch wind of the dress the damn nurse is wearing right now,
wow.
The show started already.
Hello,
Let's just
everybody.
be honest here. Pull that camera up. This is a family show.
Hello, nurse.
He is here. All right, Kyle. So while we did, we talked a little bit about Impact trending again after a long time, trending more than the World Series.
Wow.
How cool, huh?
That doesn't sound accurate.
It was accurate. It was trending higher than the World Series.
It was true. It was true. I was actually tweeting live during the show, and I saw a crap ton of crap ton of tweets.
Oh, come on, Colby. I don't want to meet him. Sorry.
You have
Okay,
met
go ahead.
him. You have met Ace Austin.
I know, but not. I know what he's referring to.
Oh, God.
He's referring to that disgusting video.
Oh.
No, I do not like the video.
What a scumbag.
I have told Ace Austin,
no.
remind me to keep my girl away from you because I don't want you anywhere near her. You wife stealing bastard. Yeah, I don't want Ace Austin anywhere near.
Sorry.
All right, so Kyle, we were just talking about that a little bit. The debut, the new intro video that had a little some new music, some nice clips. It was pretty cool. Everybody's pretty happy with that.
I loved it.
I'm getting
very nice.
I'm not trying to pull a Val Venus here, but I'm going to slowly disrobe. So just bear with me. You can keep going, just so you're not.
Let's all pause for this.
Is it? I wasn't informed about this.
I just want to point out. So I purposely told Jaybone that we were wearing costumes tonight, but I wasn't going to wear one. I don't think I was going to wear one. The whole point was to make Jaybone look stupid. I was going to hope you were going to come on here and dressed up like Dracula or something, but actually you look pretty cool. So
he looks pretty good.
I'm
I put
Conan,
this on
but now Conan's a stripper. So
Jaybone, to combat you, think you're all NWO Wolfpack. I figured I'd combat you a little bit, and you're not going to get away with that, sir, because you cannot.
Oh, shit.
Black and white over it all, my friend. You are not going to sit here and NWO Wolfpack me in the middle of this show. No.
Yeah,
that's it, huh? A little surprise for you there, pal.
Check the tag. I got to ask it because I'm just curious. Check the tag on the inside. What year is it from?
Oh, I don't even have a tag, but I
more of an aces and eights guy myself.
Is there a tag on this, Jaybone? Shit, I bought this back in the day.
Did you?
There's no tag. There's no tag.
Did you really?
Oh crap, man! There's no tag on this.
Well, this is the Impact show, so you guys got to be the band.
Yeah, we will be the band.
The band.
Right there.
I don't have a tag now.
Nice.
But I got this. I got the on the back. That's how you know it's for
1998, baby.
1998. I was in preschool.
You were in preschool. God damn it. Okay. Let's get on with this review. What do you guys say?
Get ready. Are we just showing off our hats?
He's got an Ace Austin t-shirt. Son of a bitch.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna bang his wife.
Okay.
Ace Austin.
All right. Let's kick it off, guys. Windsor, Ontario, Canada. AXS TV debut. What else?
Bang my own wife, but wait, that doesn't.
She's
sound
in the
as
chat.
Hot, does it?
She's in the chat. All right, guys.
She's watching Jaybone.
She's in the chat, Kyle. She's here.
He's in the doghouse.
She jumped in on the chat.
No, she knew what was coming. She saw me.
Lord.
She saw me. She saw me getting ready.
Get the daughters in here too. We'll get the whole family, the whole Bone Squad.
Oh, no.
Get them all in here.
Bone Squad.
The Bone Squad.
All right, guys, let's kick it off here. We got people waiting for a review. C. O'Connor has not even seen the episode yet, and he's coming to us for spoilers today. So
hey,
he's ready to be spoiled just because he wanted to be a part of the show. So here we go. All right, Windsor, Ontario, Canada, October 29th. Jesus Christ, you should not wear that around your wife, Jay. We kicked off the X. Remember this statistic, guys, because one day there'll be a trivia question of what was the first match of the Access era, and it was Josh Alexander, one half the World Tag Team Champions, taking on Mara Fuji, Ethan Page on the outside. Kind of weird, guys, that they did a singles match.
I would say that the This Is Impact special would be the first match of the Axis era.
I'm not going to count this is Impact special.
Okay,
I'm not going to count it.
All right.
Before I get into this, before I get into this, is it weird? Why did they have Josh do a solo match? I can't figure that out. Anybody have any insight to that? And should it have been a tag team match? Even though Ethan Page was out there. Let me see, Nurse. Let's start off with the Nurse here on this.
Okay. I may be alone in this, but that honestly was my favorite match. And I'll tell you why. I think Josh Alexander, I'll tell you right now, he got my vote for the my new favorite butt. But anyways, that's not why it was my favorite.
Yeah. Your new favorite what?
Butt. Anyways, to the match. They were so well matched from a standpoint that they both had the same kind of energy, and I thought Josh Alexander stood out so much more being away from the attitude of Ethan Page that I enjoyed him way more alone than together. Interesting.
All right. I mean, Ethan was out there too. Jay, what do you say? Let's go to you on this one.
I was surprised by this, but there, I just had to throw a little emoji in the chat there.
Squad.
I love this match, and I feel like okay, Fuji did not come to Impact for a guest spot to just lose to Elgin. So the fact that he won this one, right?
Yeah, he won. Fuji won with slice bread number 2. Yeah,
he did. Okay, just double checking so I, not showing my senility here. Nurse, I'm kidding.
What?
This senile bastard needs help. No, I love this match. It was great to see Fuji get a win after the loss to Elgin. Both guys looked like $1 million. It was a great way. It was a great way to feature how good Josh Alexander is as a singles competitor.
So good.
He's great as a tag team guy. Don't get me wrong. I'm loving the Monster Mafia or the North,
The North.
But the North. But this was just a great way. It had a couple different reasons. It was a great way for Fuji to get a win. It was a great way to feature how good Josh Alexander is. Ethan at ringside, hilarious as usual, because whether he's at an indie show or an Impact show, he's always shooting his mouth off. So it was great. Clackman, Monster Mafia, that's what Ethan and Josh are known as in the indies before they came to Impact Wrestling.
In the gymnasiums and bingo halls.
That's right. Kyle, speaking of gymnasiums and bingo halls, what do you think about this one? I know you you like old Josh Alexander. You're a big Ethan Page guy because you like that he's a prick and he kind of in the same realm as you.
I liked showcasing Josh Alexander and his singles style. You need variety. I don't want to see them in a tag match every week. Need some variety.
Okay. I like that Ethan was out there, though. I think if he wasn't out there, it'd be kind of weird because they are champions. I'm assuming. I did read something on Ethan's Twitter that I think he taped that and he drove right away to Chicago for an appearance or something. He had to be here for an indie show here. So he was had to just leave right away. So maybe he didn't want to get beat up too much.
Speaking of Ethan Page, though, did Jaybone make his appearance in Ethan Page's vlog yet? Did that happen yet?
They did not. They did not release that one. The latest one that he put out was the Vacation. I'm assuming it was the Vacation just prior or right after Bound for Glory.
All right, cool.
But
so
see,
after the match.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
The thing is Fuji brought, when he enters the ring, I mean, I admit I'm new, but he enters with a intensity level that I got drawn in, and I just think Josh matched that. And if Ethan was actually in the ring, it just would have cheapened it a little bit to me as just a new fan appreciating the intensity level, and they both had that intensity level and energy.
Good point.
So-
Good point.
Josh
Either way,
Alexander
Goofy.
does have an icy cold stare.
And a nice butt, apparently, too, according to the nurse. All right, so after the match, Mara Fuji offers his hand to Josh, and Paige says, "Don't shake it, screw him." So they're keeping heel. They're keeping heel on this. We go from that, guys, to security confronting OVE, all walking in. They're rolling in like a posse. Kyle, is you at your OVE hat? What are you wearing? I hope you're wearing.
I'm actually. I've got, even though that well done with baseball season now for the New York Mets, wearing my Mets hat right now.
Terrible. You should be wearing an OVE hat because
the OVE hat is starting to get a little crusty and disgusting. I got to be honest, starting to get stinky. I figure next week when I'll be at the Thursday and Friday night tapings at Melrose Ballroom, I'll buy a new OVE hat if they have them at the merch table.
All right,
there you go.
Impact hat.
Security tells them that they are all banned from ringside, and it's got to be a Sami solo match. They put up a fight, and Sami says, "No, I got this," and he sends them off. So they leave.
Oh no! My favorite part of that. Don't skip over. When
Go back to Ohio.
Yes, critical thinking. Yes. Yeah.
Go back
Critical
to
thinking. That was my favorite part too. When Fulton reaches through them and grabs his neck, that was so awesome to me.
Yeah.
It just again shows what I said last time when I was in the chat room, that Fulton needs to be out of there.
It was perfect because more power to Sami. Like it reminded you that, Sami, especially when it matters most, he doesn't need those guys. He doesn't always have to cheat. He doesn't need his crew with him. He could go out there alone and handle business, which he did. Now,
after this, guys, is one of the best segments, I'd say, in Impact history. This was a crown. You want to talk a crown jewel. This was a crown jewel. Ba, the panda, the sad panda first, joins the Rascals.
The awakening. Can we call this an awakening?
This is an awakening, but it came right after Desmond was talking about hooking up with Trey Miguel's mom. So let's not skip over that part. He was talking about his mom. But
I respect a MILF hunter. I respect a good MILF hunter.
Definitely a MILF hunter. I knew a MILF hunter once online. Kyle, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'd like to say that I'm a cougar hunter.
Are you saying that because your wife's in the chat? Is that you're trying to get points here, Jay, for after the show?
In trouble if that's what he was saying.
She's my wife is older than me, so
she's a cougar.
She's my cougar.
Oh, look at Jaybone.
I'm sure she loves you saying that.
By the way,
I did not say her age.
Whoopsie's in the chat putting over Hemi hot sauce. He received his bottle today of Hemi hot sauce. Whoopsie's putting it over huge in the chat.
And Whoopsie also wrote, MILF Hunter was my favorite site in 2004.
And I have to say, I have been a new fan. I have never really super enjoyed side promos like that. It's just been too cheesy for me, but this is the first one. I really enjoyed it. I thought they were on point with their just how they talked at the beginning, and then when they smoked, and then Bug transformed into an intelligent, capable person. It just was all awesome.
It was hilarious.
It's all in the specs. It's all in the specs.
On the specs. By the way, chat's talking. Clackman's talking about the Hard to Kill T-shirt. Jaybone, you and I own that Hard to Kill T-shirt. On the specs. There we go. 8th Street Lights. Fucking Whoopsie, man.
Oh, hey, I'll just keep them on. You're the odd one out. One of these.
Yeah, I guess I am.
That's right. Where's your spectacles?
They're in the. I don't put them on in public. Jinkies. But Jaybone is definitely getting some tonight. All right, guys. So this was hilarious. Ba finally he is an awakening. He had a little bit. He took a little weed in the treehouse. They gave him some magic trees, and he was like quoting fucking Shakespeare at the end of it. Ba's like, I gotta be true to thyself, dog. Ba became a happy panda. It was amazing.
It's all it took, just a little bit of the marijuana, and guys, ba, speaking full sentences. Now,
And it's something the smoke show wasn't even able to bring out of him.
That's true.
Yeah. If I were, exactly. If I were Fala, I would be looking into a medical card, and you could, Oh man,
Mrs. Jaybone, just shut him down. Just as Jaybone, just shut him down.
This podcast is like 25% wrestling, 75% sex talk.
Amazing. Let's keep going here, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why they invited the Bone.
Bone Dice Clay.
So next match, guys, was the Knockouts tag match. We had Taya, Kiera Hogan, Madison Rayne versus Rosemary, Jordan Grace, and Alexia Nicole. Now, before I even start, can Alexia Nicole get signed, please, to this company already? Loungers, I want to hear it. If you guys want Alexia Nicole, she's fantastic.
So many people say that.
She's fantastic, but she's only getting used in Canada. She got used in Toronto. She's getting used because she's Canadian.
The only problem I have with, because I watched the match back just not too long ago. I was excited to see her, but she got her ass kicked the whole match. She didn't get really. No, I get that, but it's
gotta pay those dues, Jaybone.
Yeah, I know, but it would have been nice to have like a couple of moments, like, oh, hey, this is someone new we're using. This is what she could do. If you like this, let us know. I just,
If the Jaybone's not sold, Nurse, I want to hear your thoughts. There's a knockout segment. Let's hear you tell us about the knockouts. What do you think of this match? Who shined? Who stood out? You're not looking too happy. Let's hear it, and then we'll get to the winner.
Here's the thing. Okay. They mixed two different of my favorites of like women's wrestling, the tough girls, and then what I call being the new kind of fan. I don't know all the term. I called it boob style.
Boob style.
Like, boob style.
Boob style.
But he's looking for a soundbite. Anyways, so they mixed these awesome girls.
Catching on to my tricks.
Yeah. I'm a nurse. That's what I do. So they mix these really awesome, just hard-hitting fighters with the boob style, and it didn't feel, I don't know. They both took away from each other, from the whole view of it. I didn't enjoy it.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Kyle, you love boobs. I mean, did this match was this just something to look at for you?
Of course. But on Alexia Nicole, I hear you, Jaybone and Trent. You think she should get signed, but my only thing is, for 2 hours a week, we have a lot of knockouts right now. In a once in a while paid appearance position, and when the time comes and the roster opens back up, she would be one of the first people I would look at to sign to a deal and call up. But I mean, the knockouts division is just crowded with talent right now, and to sign somebody else, you got to wait for that spot to open up.
That's a good point. I mean, you do have a lot to deal with right now.
A lot.
But you want to at least keep her. At least she's on the periphery. She's young. You can see she's excited to be there. That's what I want for the company.
Yeah.
The win on this one, Jordan connects with the big splash on Taya and then rolls her up out of nowhere. So Jordan Grace, Rosemary, Alexia defeat Taya, Kiera, and Madison. But they did a lot of focus on Jordan as like, oh, she got the pin. Are they leading
Jordan pinned the champ? Jordan pinned the champ.
So are they leading Jordan to the title shot? I think she's a little overdue on this. I think this is a perfect time to do this.
Sure.
Now, they said... Oh, go ahead.
No, I just Flame says, did Kiera get legit injured?
I don't think she did.
I haven't heard nothing.
No. And I will tell you, it's been a long-running joke since I've been helping out, that there should be a segment stating medical professionals and if these are real injuries or not. No, well, I guess I shouldn't spoil the fun. I don't believe she was, but
I have not heard anything. I mean, she sold it pretty damn good because I was kind of convinced for a little bit, and I'm like, oh shit, I think she's hurt. So she sold it pretty well. I think I was convinced for a second.
The commentators were talking about it too. They're like, is she okay? They were saying stuff like that. So it's like, oh,
They had me though. I
I can explain why, but I don't want to spoil the fun, so we'll let that roll.
All right. Well, there we go. Hey, who's from Hawaii? There's some people from Hawaii in the chat too. All right. So, I think maybe
Paul's from Hawaii.
Okay, we're leading up to. I'm gonna guess prediction here. Jordan and Ty had Hard to Kill in January. That's my prediction.
Good call. I think Jordan Grace are due for that title shot. I think she's proved herself. I think Jordan Grace goes for the Knockouts title. Probably is the one to take it off of Taya, and Tessa is going to be going for Sami and his belt. She will not be going for the Knockouts title anymore. That's my my prediction.
That boy Hakeem right here with the same prediction. So
I think it's going to be Turning Point, but I could be wrong.
Now, Turning Point's coming up on the 9th, right, of November.
Oh, that's pretty quick. That's pretty quick.
That's pretty fast. I think that's a little too fast.
Yeah, Turning Point is more of like a one-night-only type deal. Like, not one of the big events. I think Hard to Kill is going to be. Yeah, exactly. I don't think there's going to be any big title changes. But
I do want to talk about something that they were talking about, because they were talking about Taya being the champ, and they were talking about other champs, and the new champ that they have in the company, and they were talking about him being a movie star.
What kind?
And they were talking that his movie is Wife Swappers 13.
13.
And it's on pre-order now. I want to let you guys know. We're gonna put a link in the description after the show is done. I just pre-ordered my VHS copy.
I want to know what movie that clip is from.
So
is that Back to the Future? Is that Back to the Future?
The next
I recorded that from your house, Trent.
Oh shit!
Oh!
The next time ASOS in his town, I want to get that copy of Wife Swappers 13 autographed.
He's I mean, I don't know who's a bigger scumbag, him or Kyle. We'll find out when Jay gets that VHS. But let's keep going here, guys. RVD is in the pool with Katie Forbes. This is the lady who keeps Kyle up at night.
The grotto.
Oh, God.
And he talks about why he betrayed Rhino. And basically, he has come off like everybody's stolen from RVD. He's still one of a kind. He carried Rhino. He carried ECW. And now he's living his life. He's doing what he's got to do. He's got his chick with him. He's still RVD. And now, post that segment, guys, RVD has turned into a total G on Twitter. If anyone's seen this, he is ripping into every mark on Twitter. It's incredible.
Pull those up, Jaybone. Professor Bone.
Hang on.
Professor Bone. What are we pulling up here?
I like, though, with RVD, how they put the television static the way ECW used to do it.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really cool detail. Katie Forbes has some nice details as well.
Let's speaking of women's details, let's talk to the nurse and let's see what she thought of those details. Now, nurse, what did you think? I know you.
Are you talking about the hot tub?
The hot tub segment. You're not too familiar with RVD as much. I mean, you've seen him. You're more of a more recent viewer of RVD. We go back with RVD. Based on what you saw at Bound for Glory, what you know, what'd you like? What'd you think about this segment? Where he's going? It's a heel turn now. What'd you think about this? Any notes?
And we're talking the hot tub scene.
Yeah. The grotto.
If he's so awesome and he's so from the past and a great wrestler now, like, you just don't need this in the background.
Yeah, you do.
That sells. That's tickets. That's viewers.
I know, but like, so like, I just need to keep going like this, and you guys don't need to talk.
I mean, you just did that right now. We just jumped by 158.
That's what I'm saying. Viewership went up right there.
Just shut up. Do that again. I want to see if that works.
Ratings.
That is complete ratings. Can you? I mean, you guys haven't seen the real money. It's not. It ain't what she just shook there. The real money is what she's sitting on right now.
Oh God!
I'll tell you that.
Oh God!
Anyway, so I want to go back.
That was it. That, I mean, it could have. For me, it could have been a draw because it seemed kind of, he was talking cool, but it didn't draw me as a new fan to like, it just was like, okay, if you're gonna have pasties, wear pasties, not a little, you know, training bra, like swimsuit.
I
so
disagree.
I
disagree.
it just wasn't.
I want to discuss one thing, Jay, before you get in there.
I don't know. I didn't like it.
Something Flame 9118 just said. Rhino did have it coming because it took 20 years, but he finally got Rhino back for causing him to vacate the ECW TV belt in 99. That's what I thought of immediately. I was like, wait a minute. It was because of Rhino.
I highlighted the wrong one. I apologize.
It was because of Rhino that RVD had to vacate the ECW TV title. And I was like, wow, I wonder if that's a throwback to that. Because they never got to finish that feud.
There you go. My wife agrees with you, Nikki.
Awesome. Oh no, I think they were great. I think her enhancements were great. She looked great.
Look, that segment was for the husbands. It wasn't for the wives. All right.
I'm just saying, as your new, if you're gonna get new viewers and new fans, like either it needs to be somehow transitioned and explained, or just like have her say something other than, I don't know.
Sex sells. You're very wrong. You're very wrong.
Well, no, I'm not saying it doesn't sell. I just didn't like it.
No.
It wasn't enjoyable.
It's because you were annoyed that Trent enjoyed it so much. I know.
Oh no, he can enjoy it.
I understand.
I don't care. No, and that's the thing. I don't mind boobs.
Heard it here.
I don't mind boobs. I don't mind all of that, like at all. Like I'm not one of those types.
Oh,
I felt like it took away from him. It took away from what he was saying, what he was doing, and if it did mean something like a flashback, it just was lost for me. That's it. It was lost for me.
Okay, so it was lost for you. So I want to ask the guys then. What did you guys think about the name dropping? He mentioned that we wouldn't have half the wrestlers out there that we have today, aka Kenny Omega, Daniel Bryan. He mentioned another one.
The Young Bucks.
The Young Bucks. I mean, he named a lot of names there, and then got into ripping on Rhino. But what did you guys think about the name dropping? I thought that was I think that was cool. That was cool.
That's how you get it to pop and circulate on social media. You put the whole wrestling universe on notice. I thought it was a perfect promo.
I gotta agree with RVD to an extent, because remember, keep in mind, when RVD was doing a lot of this stuff, he was the only one doing a lot of that stuff. For a guy his size in North America, he's known as an innovator. So I do like that he immediately went from this episode into becoming a total heel online, and he's ripping into everything. I mean, he's ripping marks, he's ripping AEW. He is being a total heel all the way through. So I like where this is going. I'm curious where he takes it, because I like that he's committing to a character.
Yeah.
Let's see where it goes.
And I will be honest with you, Trent, up until this point, I saw a lot of people online, even on our show in the chat rooms, people were like, RVD doesn't seem that interested. He doesn't seem that much into it. But, I mean, look at him now. Look at how dedicated he is. I mean,
I think he is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I haven't seen heel RVD in a very, very long time.
Very long time.
Refreshing.
All right, now.
I can't remember because I haven't seen a lot of ECW, so I don't know if he was healed during ECW.
He's back to the real RVD.
Okay.
Basically.
Okay.
All right, so let's keep going here, guys. The next match, I might be a little biased in this next one here. Nurse knows it's coming up. Desi Hit Squad, Rohit Raju and Raj Singh with the Great Gama taking on Rich Swann and Willie Mack. I love all four of these guys. I'm a little more biased towards my Brown brothers, the Desi Hit Squad.
Absolutely.
Kyle is now an honorary Brown brother because he goes to eat South Asian, Indian, and Pakistani food in Jamaica, Queens now.
I've been seeing a Pakistani girl, Trent. I told you that.
He's dating a Pakistani.
I've joined the family.
He's in the family now. I mean, it's incredible.
How's that going?
Let's hear Kyle's love update here.
You can only imagine. I mean, you know how dysfunctional your podcast relationship is with me. Just imagine having a real relationship with me. Very dysfunctional, but I'm a lovable scumbag.
I gotta ask the two white people on the pod who are dating Pakistani people, what's the dynamic like? What would you say is the most interesting part of the whole thing? I mean, Kyle, you and I have basically been dating for like a year too.
Yeah,
so I mean, Yeah, I mean, what would you say is the most interesting aspect? And let's start with the nurse, because the nurse didn't even know the color brown existed before I came into her life. So let's hear what she has to say about this.
No, I did not.
That's right. She's pretty.
I'm gonna bite my tongue on my comment.
Yeah,
please.
The match.
The match. Let's talk about the match. Right, let's get into the match.
All the brown. It was awesome.
Trent, I gotta say though, if you're gonna bring the Daisy Hit Squad out on your premiere episode, new era, a lot of eyes are on the product, how do you put them out there without a Gamma promo first? Missed opportunity.
I think.
Or a heart attack.
That too. But
Gamma heart attack,
I wanted to see Gamma come out and spit his game, if you will.
I think they were a little. Maybe they're being real careful with time. Maybe he did one that got cut from Final Cut because these are all pre-taped. Maybe they cut it.
It happens.
He could have done it for the live crowd. We don't know. Most likely he did because he usually does do a little.
I want one next week. All right,
we'll see. Great match. You can't go wrong with these guys. One of the big things I see coming out of Daisy Hit Squad matches is that people online go nuts for Rohit Raju / Hakeem Zayn. They go nuts for him. They're always saying how he is the breakout. He needs to be in the X division. Because you see when he's in there, he's hanging with like Rich. Him and Rich they're right there, man. And so is Willie. They're all right there. Raj is still pretty new, but I like about Raj is that he takes a good beating. He definitely knows how to make his opponents look good, and he's learning more and more every week. But Rohit, I think, he needs the mic for sure. If you've seen the AEW stuff, he needs the mic here too. But he is a breakout, and I'm not saying that biasly. I really do think when he's in there, he's got those really fast, crisp moves. Let's kick it off with Jaybone this time. Let's go clockwise here, Jaybone. What do you think about this? Rohit, where do you think they should do with him? I think at this point you got Shira. He's in the company now. Do we break Rohit out of this?
Eventually, yeah. It's got to happen because he's too damn good, and we're seeing that in other places now. But I love this match. This is one of my favorite matches of the episode. The action was ridiculous. I love Willie. Willie's amazing. He can't do no wrong. And Rich Swann, and those two are actually looking like they're getting some chemistry together.
Rich and Willie?
Yeah. And
I think there's a tag run. It has to be a tag run going about a tag team title run here coming up. They're too good together.
Yeah, and I've been skeptical at times of when they just like throw people together. I've been very against that. But there are times when you put two people together who are not originally a tag team where it happens. You see magic, and I think we can see magic with these guys.
All right, cool. Kyle, what do you say? I know you're biased on the Brown now, but let's hear you be unbiased here.
Well, before I talk about the match, back to what you were saying about Rohit being a breakout star. Months back, he was breaking out from the pack. He was disagreeing with Gamma. Yes. He was embracing, his love for American culture because Gamma clearly hates America and Canada. But then everything just went away, and they just scrapped the whole storyline. And to this day, missed opportunity. I think they need to revisit that and just pick up from where they left off and let Rohit break out the way he was about to. But they just kind of scrapped the storyline. But behind the curtain, player from Himalaya, what's his name again?
Sanjay Dutt.
Sanjay Dutt apparently was handling that storyline. Yeah. And then he bounced to be an agent in the WWE. So I guess, that creative stuff got left on the cutting room floor. But I hope they can rework that. Don't do it exactly the same. But you got to break Rohit out and give him his push at some point.
I think it's the best time now that Shira is back in the company. It's the perfect time to break Rohit back out now.
Yeah.
Let's go to the nurse here. We got thoughts on this one. I know you're also biased towards the Daisies. I mean,
Well, it was a great match. I will say, though, it was a great match. And Willie and Swan are a hell of a tag team. And I would like to see some gold draped in the future.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. I'm with you on that. What do you say there, nurse? What?
Okay.
Let's hear your thoughts.
I liked Mac and Schwan better. Like I like them way better. I honestly think the Hit Squad, they are confined by them concentrating on their culture, which I'm all for expressing culture, but I think they're just, I know them. And I think they're too good for that. It feels more capitalized. So I feel like they should just be able to wrestle. But Swan and Mac, they had style, like where they have the perfect combination to me as having style and fun and actual skill. So that's why I enjoyed that tag team, those two better.
Okay. I do like that those two are full of charisma. I mean, the second they walk out, it's like the whole crowd's into it. I mean, Rich Swann
it's not just charisma though. Like their moves are so smooth, and it's done with like they are having it. They're having fun and they're having style, and it's awesome. But I don't know. What do you think? I mean, you're one of the Hit Squadders. So what do you think about them using that? I don't know. I feel like they should be able to do something different.
Well, like Kyle was saying just now, I think it was cool that when they were doing, see, there was more to the story before where Gama was disciplining. I think we lost Jaybone. Shit. Gama was disciplining them. Gama was beating them down. They were defying him, this and that. So there was a lot of that going on. So if they go back to that, where they're like confined into Gama's teachings and things like that, it kind of gives a little character. I think that could work. But the way it is now, I think it confines them a little bit too much. But I agree with you. Rich Swann, Willie Mack, super full of charisma, extremely great wrestlers. They got to have a tag run. I would love to see a tag title run go with those two guys. I think they have more than earned it. Time is now. It's and then you can start feuding the tag belts with guys like the Hit Squad and the Deaners and things like that. So we'll see where it goes. Right now, the North is on top, so I don't think there's going to be too much changing of the belts, but we'll see where it goes.
We've lost Jaybone.
And while Septile Project, he was saying like he has a hard time taking Swan seriously. Yeah.
Jaybone was a good brother. He was a hell of a podcaster. We love you, Jaybone. Wait, so since he dropped out, Jaybone, who's the host of the StreamYard now?
I don't know. But StreamYard, are we still on? I think because Jay was running StreamYard.
But I can see what you're saying, S Project, where it's hard to take Swan seriously. Like I love him and I love his style and I love his moves. He just. Yeah, I mean, I can kind of see what you're saying about not being able to take him seriously, but his moves speak for it, and that's what I focus on, how good his moves are.
He talks the talk and he walks the walk, Trent.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you dare miss a listen, Kyle. Remember that.
Don't you dare miss a listen.
That's right, Carl. So we go from that, guys. We get to Rhino arrives in the arena. He's furiously looking for Rob Van Dam. He's pissed off. He starts choking Jimmy Jacobs at this point. And he's like, "Where's Rob?" And Jimmy's like, "I don't know." He's like freaking out. Rhino threatens RVD, challenges him to a match at Turning Point coming up in a couple weeks. So we're getting to that feud pretty fast. Turning Point, I believe, is from Hazleton, Pennsylvania. So again, ECW host Kyle, your neck of the woods. Very ECW-like match coming up. Sort of. It's East Coast. But all right, now this is the segment I got. We got the.
I'm sorry, Trent. I'm sorry, Trent. Hakeem Fullerton writes, Mrs. Jaybone had to have a talk with Jaybone. And Lakers Impact Nation writes, Jaybone having a quickie. Oh, no.
Well, no, because I called her earlier saying he ain't banging nothing.
Yeah,
so.
she kicked the door down with a newspaper rolled up. Damn it, Jaybone! Getting his ass beat.
Oh shit! She cut it.
So
He can't play with his friend anymore, guys.
Nope. He's in the doghouse.
But I caught someone earlier stating when I was talking about how I didn't like that one previous segment that seemed to others that it was all about the boobs, but it wasn't. What they were curious what I thought of Joey Ryan. Believe it or not, I freaking love his character, and I have never actually really been. I know you started. So
no, not yet. We still have a segment before that. We got a segment
doing
before
this
that.
in order, nurse.
I'm not jumping.
Okay,
We got a big segment before.
Okay.
Hey, she's getting her feet wet. She's learning the ropes. It's okay.